Anger control, the story of Leo and the Tempest. Once upon a time in the peaceful village of Oakwood, there lived a young boy named Leo. Leo was bright and curious, always asking questions and exploring the woods, rivers, and meadows that surrounded the village. He had a great heart and cared deeply for others, but there was one thing he struggled with: controlling his anger. Leo's temper would flare up at the smallest things. If his younger sister Sophie accidentally broke one of his toys, he would scream and shout. If his friends teased him, even in a playful way, he would lose control and storm off. His anger was like a wild storm, unpredictable, intense, and sometimes frightening. One sunny afternoon, Leo went into the woods to calm himself after a particularly heated argument with his sister. As he wandered through the towering oak trees, kicking at the dirt, he stumbled upon an old stone well. Curious, he peered down into it, and to his surprise, a voice echoed from below. "Why so angry, young one?" the voice asked, deep and calm. Startled, Leo stepped back and looked around, but there was no one in sight. He cautiously approached the well again. "Who are you?" he called out. "I am the spirit of this well," the voice replied. "I have lived here for centuries, watching over this forest. I have seen many people come and go, and I've noticed you struggling with your temper." Leo frowned. "It's not my fault," he said defensively. "People annoy me, things go wrong, and I just get angry." The spirit chuckled softly. "Ah, young one, anger is a natural feeling, but it's how you choose to handle it that matters. Would you like to learn how to control your anger?" Leo hesitated. He had always thought that his anger was just something that happened to him, not something he could control. But the idea intrigued him. "Yes, I would," he said. The spirit's voice grew softer, as if speaking to him from within his own heart. "Anger is like a fire. It can be destructive, but it can also provide warmth and light if you learn to control it. The key is to pause and understand why you feel angry before you react." "But how do I do that?" Leo asked. "I will teach you 3 steps," said the spirit. "The first is to recognize when you're getting angry. Feel the heat in your chest, the tension in your muscles, the quickness of your breath. Pay attention to these signs. They are your body's way of telling you that you're about to lose control." Leo thought back to the moments when he had gotten angry. He realized that his body always gave him warning signs. His heart would pound, his fists would clench, and his face would get hot. He nodded, understanding. "The second step," the spirit continued, "is to pause. Take a deep breath, or count to 10. Give yourself a moment to cool down before you say or do anything." Leo wrinkled his nose. "Count to 10, that sounds silly." The spirit chuckled again. "It may sound simple, but it gives your mind time to catch up with your emotions. It helps you decide whether the anger you feel is worth expressing." Leo sighed. "And what's the third step?" "Once you've calmed down," the spirit said, "ask yourself why you're angry. Is it because someone hurt your feelings? Did something happen that you couldn't control?" Understanding the root of your anger will help you find a solution. Leo pondered this. He realized that many times he got angry because he felt frustrated or hurt, but instead of talking about it, he exploded. Maybe if he understood why he was angry, he could avoid the outbursts. "Thank you, Spirit," Leo said, feeling a sense of relief. "I'll try these steps." The spirit's voice grew fainter, like the wind whispering through the trees. "Remember, Leo, anger is not your enemy. It's simply a message from your heart. If you listen to it and learn from it, you will find peace." Leo left the well with a new sense of purpose. He knew it wouldn't be easy, but he was determined to practice the 3 steps the spirit had taught him. Over the next few weeks, whenever he felt the storm of anger brewing inside him, he would stop, breathe, and think about why he was upset. At first, it was difficult. There were times when he forgot to pause, and his temper still got the best of him. But slowly, he started to notice a difference. When Sophie broke another one of his toys, instead of yelling, he paused and realized that it wasn't her fault, she was just a little girl. When his friends teased him, he asked himself why it bothered him so much, and he realized it was because he didn't want them to think less of him. As Leo practiced controlling his anger, the village noticed a change in him. He became calmer, more thoughtful, and even his friendships grew stronger. People admired his newfound ability to stay calm in difficult situations. One day, Leo returned to the well to thank the spirit. "I've been practicing the steps you taught me," he said, "and I'm getting better at controlling my anger. But sometimes it's still hard." The spirit's voice echoed once more. "You've done well, Leo. Remember, controlling your anger doesn't mean never feeling it. It means choosing how to respond to it. You are human, and anger will come and go, but with time, you will grow stronger in your ability to manage it." Leo smiled, feeling proud of how far he had come. From that day forward, he continued to practice the steps, always remembering that anger was not something to fear, but something to understand and learn from. And so, Leo's story became a lesson for everyone in Oakwood. His journey of learning to control his anger spread throughout the village, and soon, others began practicing the same steps. They, too, found peace in learning to control the storms within their hearts. Moral of the story: anger is a natural emotion, but we have the power to control how we react to it. By recognizing the signs of anger, pausing before reacting, and understanding the root of our emotions, we can manage our tempers and find peaceful solutions to life's challenges.